my name is Linda and this is Chris, and we're going to talk a bit about the development of Victoria 2. So, tell us, why did you want to make Victoria 2?
Well, Victoria was a good game, and whenever we asked our fans, they said, we want a sequel to Victoria. So we felt we could make Victoria 2 a great game that our fans wanted. Victoria itself was a good game, but I felt it had unfilled potential. You know, there was a lot of cool things inside the game that if we built upon, we could make a great game. So our goal is evolution as opposed to like a revolutionary new game. I think if you were to start up Victoria 2 and compare it to Victoria 1, the starkest difference would be the interfaces. We've done a lot of work in them to make sure the information is clearer, easier to access, so you can spend more time playing and less time fighting with the interfaces. I mean, Victoria is POPs. It's what makes Victoria Victoria as opposed to another Paradox title. So obviously with Victoria 2 we had to keep the POPs in the game, but we've changed how they work. In Victoria 1 it was all manually managed. You would click and say, okay, you farmers, you're now soldiers, congratulations. But now we've made it so that they choose themselves based on this, what's happening in the country and the choices you have made, to try and make them come more alive, and also to get it to feel more realistic, and at the same time make the game easier to play.
Hi, my name is Björn and I'm Brother Bean on the forums. On Victoria 2 I have been working primarily as an event scripter and a historical researcher, which basically means that I've been doing all the little nicks and knacks and odds and ends that needs doing on a game like this, like setting up historical provinces and stuff like that, scripting that in. But also been working a lot on the historical events that are in Victoria 2. And if I were to say one thing on the biggest difference between Victoria 1 and 2 in this regard, it is that Victoria 2 has a much more open model where we, rather than forcing historical outcomes, try to put in place the logics for them so as to make them more likely and encourage them to happen rather than force them upon the player.
Hello, my name is Thomas and I'm the project lead for Victoria 2, and I'm going to tell you a few words about the tutorial. I want to show you a little here where we've now divided the tutorial up in 3 steps. We have basic, we have medium and we have advanced. And as you can see, the armies and navies and the production and all the different aspects of Victoria 2, and you can either go straight into the entire tutorial or start on your level. If you're completely new, maybe you should start on basic or even start from the beginning. Or if you clocked hundreds of hours on Victoria 1, maybe you just want to know what's new, and you can go through the various chapters of the advanced tutorial.
Hello, my name is Fredrik and I'm Tigos on the forums, and I'm going to talk a bit about the Victoria 2 map. One of the things we did with the Victoria 2 map was to make sure that it's easy to distinguish the terrain on each province, so you don't actually have to think about what kind of terrain you will be battling in. Another thing we have done with the Victoria 2 map is that we have tried to, when you zoom out, get a classic atlas feel to it, so you can actually see the history forming when you're playing. And a nice feature is that we have added these country names to the map, and that was a cool feature in a way that we actually could port that back into our older games, so they could benefit as well.
Hi, I'm Don. I'm one of the programmers for Victoria 2. I'm going to talk a bit about our new war goal system. In our old games like Europa Universalis Free and others, you pretty much declared war on someone, and then at the end of the war you decided what you wanted out of it, like claim a couple of provinces, things like that, depending on how well the war went for you. We changed this a bit now, so when you declare war on someone, you decide what goals you want out of this war, like claim cores or take a colony or force someone out of a sphere. And this is really nice for multiplayer as well, because you can decide what your allies get up front, so you can decide who gets what state after the war and things like that. Adds a whole new dynamic to the thing.
Hello, my name is Jonas Jakobsson, Jonas on the forums, and I'm the 2D artist here at Paradox Interactive. And we can see here, currently I'm working on the end screen for Victoria 2. where you can see the great powers of the world, and here you can also see the secondary ranked powers and some information here about your own country as well. And my main job is to make the interface look good, and I also do like textures for the map as well.
Hello, my name is Frederick. I'm area on the forum and I'm a CG artist on Victoria 2. So I'm going to show you some of the uniforms we have. Here you can see the British red uniform, classic one, but we've chosen to do double appearances for all of them, so we also have the khaki appearance they have later in the war.
Okay, that's it for now. But as always, you can continue to follow the development on the forum. Bye now.